Today, I'm carrying voices of many women out there who are crying and in pain. You don't always recognize toxicity when you're in the middle of it. It doesn't always come in screams or slammed doors. Sometimes it comes in quiet manipulation, silent punishments, backhanded compliments, and love that feels more like a war zone than a safe space. At first, I ignored the signs. They were charming, attentive, even protective. But soon, the protection turned into control. I wasn't allowed to wear certain clothes. Why are you dressing like that? Who are you trying to impress? Why were you talking to them? These were not just questions, they were warnings. They monitored who I talked to, called my friends, bad influences, isolated me until I only had them. They needed me to be alone, so I would only listen to them. They would belittle my dreams, mock my goals, laugh when I said I wanted more. You will never make it. You're too emotional. Let's be real, you won't survive without me. That's not love. That's emotional abuse. Remember, I said today I'm carrying a voice for many women. Then came the guilty trips. When I set a boundary, they would act like I hate them. They would say, "You're selfish," or worse. After everything I've done for you, they would withhold affection as punishment, ignore my texts, give me the silent treatment for days. I would apologize even when I didn't do anything wrong. That's psychological manipulation. Remember, ladies, I said today I'm speaking in so many voices. They would twist the truth, deny they said what they clearly heard, make me question my memory, my reality. It didn't happen like that. You're crazy. That's not what I meant. Until I began to believe I was the problem. That's gaslighting. They would blow up in anger, smash things, slam doors, then come back full for apologies, tears, promise they would never keep. That's verbal and emotional instability, a cycle that keeps you walking on eggshells. Sometimes it was subtle, sarcasm that cut deep, constant comparisons to others. Would you like that, ladies? To be mocked by appearance, to be told you're daft, you don't think, you're not intelligent, your family is like this or like that, your background. Other times, it was more visible, throwing things near me, grabbing my wrists a little too hard, invading my space, threats disguised as jokes. That's intimidation. They monitored how I would spend my money, demanded to know my passwords, took control of our finances, gave me an allowance like I was a child. Can you relate? That's financial abuse. They made me feel guilty for taking care of myself. If I went to therapy, I was crazy. If I had a good day without them, I was ungrateful. If I succeeded, they found a way to make it about them. That's jealousy, control, and insecurity dressed up as love. Ladies, we go through a lot. We suffer. That's toxicity. That's toxicity. And there's power in walking away. I want you to know that toxicity is not always loud. Sometimes it's very silent, but it erodes you. piece by piece. You can relate to all these examples I'm giving. You have seen it. You have experienced it. You have watched someone going down into the grave because of this. Until one day, I looked in the mirror and saw someone I didn't recognize. A shadow of who I used to be. But behind those tired eyes was fire, still burning, still alive, still mine. And I remembered, I'm not too much. I'm not hard to love. But I'm not here to be broken in the name of love. So I walked away, not out of hate. I walked away because there is power in walking away from toxicity. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we need love. Yes, it's a natural feeling. Yes, it's something that we were born with. But it's not a must. You can walk away from toxicity. So I walked away, not out of hate, but out of loving myself. Because real love doesn't control. It doesn't belittle. It doesn't make you feel unsafe in your own skin. Real love lifts. Real love listens. Real love respects. Real love grows. The power of walking away from toxicity. Protect yourself. Protect your spirit. Protect your children. Protect your space. Walking away was the hardest thing I've ever done. I cried. I doubted myself. I almost went back. But every step away was a step back to me. There is power in walking away from toxicity. Do you want to go that fiasco, a roller coaster of emotions where you're unstable and you don't know what the future holds for you? Or you want to walk away and protect your inner soul? This is for anyone sitting in silence, questioning if what you feel is real. It is. It is real. If you feel drained, confused, small, it's not love. If you walk on eggshells, hide parts of yourself, constantly saying sorry, that's not love. You don't have to stay in spaces that break you. You don't owe anyone your silence, your suffering, or your soul. You have the right to walk away, to choose peace, to protect your energy, to reclaim your worth. Because the bravest thing you ever do is walking away from what is killing you inside. And walking toward the one person you forgot to love, who is yourself. The power of walking away from toxicity. Once you are away from toxicity, you will realize there are so many people who appreciate you for who you are. There are so many people who see you as a force to reckon with and who are there to support you. Let me remind you, real love doesn't control. Real love doesn't break. Real love doesn't hurt. Yes, here and there, we can sharpen each other's edges. But real love respects you. So there's power of walking away.